Hello everybody and welcome to another car review video on my channel, and today is a little bit more special because it is my own daily driver, the BMW 118D E82 Coupe. Now I've owned this for about 5 years now, and well, just shy of 5 years, and I'm going to go through what it's like to own, what to look out for, would I recommend it, how good it's been, and the normals really. So I'm gonna, it's not 100% stock, but it's more stock than not, but I can still get a really good representation on what it's like to own as a stock car as well. As well, you'll find out in this review really. So hope you guys enjoy. So we're going through the BMW 118D today. Obviously that's what I've got. Also got the E87, which I believe is the sportback or hatchback version. You could get those in 3 or 5 doors. Pretty much the same layout, it's just a different back, and they've got the same engines, apart from I don't think the coupe has the 116i or Ds. This one starts at the 118s, and also you got this in a convertible version as well, which I personally don't like because they all come in soft tops, so you can't get a hard top one. So we'll quickly do a rundown on the engines. You've got on this particular one the 118D, the 118i, which is fairly uncommon here in the UK. It's mainly all the diesels that are more common. You've got the 120D. I think they did a 120i, still very uncommon. You've also got the 123D, which I think is the twin turbo 2-litre diesel or twin scroll. Then you've got the 125i, which they do, so the I's are going to be the petrol. And then you've got the 128i's. I think they're more popular in the US. And then you've got the 130i's, I think, as well. I don't think they did 3-litre diesels. And then you've got the 135i's as well, which are the more sought after as well, but they're only in the sportbacks, I believe, because of the power. They've got just over 300 brakes, so they're quite desirable as well and fairly rare. And they did do an M car, so the actual M division took some away of the E82, the coupes, and they've got the 3-litre turbocharged engine, which is nearly about 350 brake. They're very rare, and they go for about, here in the UK, starting from about £40,000 because they're so rare. But anyway, we're going to get into my car specifically. So like with any BMW, you can get in the normal ones. I can attach a photo on what the similarities and differences are, but I'll do a quick rundown as this is the M Sport version. So you've got a bit more of a bigger, slightly more aggressive front bumper, slightly more bit of a bigger chin, as I like to say. You've got 18-inch alloys on this, whereas I believe the standard has 16-inch. Also with the non-M Sport as well, I think you can get half and half trim. This one's full leather inside as well, and also I'll attach it differently as well, but the normal one doesn't come with a diffuser that you can take out generally. With the normal BMW, you don't have a diffuser you can necessarily take out. It is going to be just one singular bumper, color coordinated to it, and you've just got the exhaust pipe on the left hand side. That's generally where they all are, but obviously this isn't stock, but I can add a photo to it as well. And now I'll go through what my car specifically has that is on this M Sport trim. So obviously you've got the M Sport bumper on front and rear. Also, I've got no shark fin or aerial. It is in the rear window, which is also heated. I don't think most of them, I think, came with it. I don't want to say all of them. It's got electric mirrors which fold in and out. I can show you how it works when you're reversing as well. It's very nifty on the passenger side, meaning that it's a 15-year-old car. It's really good on the electronics. Also heated as well. You don't get heated steering wheel. You do get automatic headlights and windscreen wipers as well, so it detects it nice and lovely up there as well. And this did have a facelift version in it. It's very, very minuscule. The facelift didn't really actually go into any of the engine like some of the times they have done. It generally was more for when the 135i's came out, as opposed to 130s, because it's slightly more tuned, as opposed to 280 brake, we went up to 300. But generally it's more of a curved fixture near the eyes. They'll have the xenon headlamps, so not the normal ones, and very, very rarely, and I mean this is very rare, on any E82, whether this is a 118D or the 135s, is DAB radio. Most people have changed them. I've kept mine standard, but digital audio radio is really, DAB is really rare in these. So I'll go into what it's like to own now. Personally, most reliable thing I've actually ever owned. Now, you may hear some horror stories about this, and I'll go into it when I'm sort of showing the engine really and what I've had done. You may be able to see it, but I'll lift the bonnet anyway. But honestly, it's been one of the most reliable things I've ever owned. I've had an Aprilia SX125 from new, I bought in 2019 when I was 17, like most 17-year-old lads here in the UK would love to do. And within a month, the electronics kept on cutting out, everything like that. Had to get it shipped back, not shipped back, but sent back to the manufacturers at Kawasaki, who had it under warranty. It got sent back about 5 times within the space of 6 months. It had to do a whole load of rewiring, apparently. Even then, still not 100% reliable. But this never had a check engine light on it. The only warning lights I've ever had is windscreen washer low, coolant, I'll go into that in a minute, and light bulbs or indicators out. That's it. Never had an actual engine with the engine going saying, no, had enough. Nothing like that. Reliable as you like. Reliable as a tank, depending on what tank it is. Now, I'll lift the bonnet now. Now, I'll go into what I have done and the sort of history, the things that have gone wrong on this car. Might as well have it with the bonnet up anyway. So, it has been reliable, don't get me wrong, most reliable thing I've ever owned, but it hasn't been perfect. Things have gone wrong. It is a 15-year-old car after all. I did get this car without any service history, no history on the car whatsoever. I got it from a scrappage from Copart. I used to work there, so it was a complete shot in the dark really. Took a gamble, bought it for 1,400 quid. Resale value at the time was roughly about 5, so I could have made about 3 grand after doing bits and up. I could attach photos of what was wrong. It was mainly the rear quarters, suspension all shot on one side, and the bumper's all scratched and the wheels all scratched as well. But anyway, coolant has been my biggest issue with this car. Not that they don't work or anything like that. It's nothing with overheating or anything like that. It has been that lovely shiny bit of spec there is your water pump. Now that always seems to go. Admittedly, it has done really well. This car's on 123,000 miles, give or take. It's 15 years old, and it has been tuned to a stage 2. Now, it's done really well. I believe it was on its original one, so it's done really well, but it was just leaking from the actual housing. You can potentially see some pinkish leftover residue on there, but what has happened is you've got the actual thermostat in it as well, within the actual water pumps just to the side. It's where that little bulge is there. The gasket on that had sort of just gave up because it's rubber. That had gone into the fans and it just started shredding it up, leaking coolant out. So it's not terrible, but about every month or so I'd have to top it up by about a litre or so. So it only once has the coolant light ever came on, but never over actually heated. So good old reminder. Timing chains on this, especially the N47 engines. Now this does share it with the, so these are the 2 litres, which are also in the 1 series. So depending on any 1 series you've got. The 3 series, so that's the so it could be a 318D or 320D, as well as the 5 series as well, so a 520D as well. Now I think they're slightly overdone with the dramatics of it. So you've got instead of cam belt, you've got a timing chain which is right at the back. They are known to they don't snap all the time. It can sometimes be the tensioners or the pulleys, they break down because they're made out of plastic, and they can let the chain slip off even. But if that happens, that is generally your engine kaput. It's like the cam belt slipping off and all your valves just hitting this in the top of the engine. I did get it done out of not fear, but preventative maintenance at about 18 months ago for about 1,500 quid from BM Minitech. but not the end of the world, because they did find a fuel injector and they got it done for about an extra 200 quid while the engine was out, not using genuine bits. Anyway, also regarding this as well, screen wash tank is hideously small. I swear to God, I'm filling it up every month because it's saying it's got nothing left. But I'd also say is, regarding the timing chain, don't listen to the BMW manuals. It says get it done every 24 months or every like 24,000 miles, something like that. Don't listen to it. That's talking absolute garbage. Because I believe they made this one series, especially the N47 engines, as like lease cars. So what I've heard through the grapevine, and they thought they'd have extended warranty, service lives. That messes up the tensioners in it as well, because it's sort of like poor oil and everything like that. More of a chance to get snapping. So if you're going to buy one, and a little bit of buying tips here, make sure it has been serviced, and I mean by a reputable person or a garage that you know you can look up and is a genuine thing, not like a mobile mechanic. Listen out for that little rattle as well. It's mainly on a cold start up. It's just more of a metallic noise. Careful not to get mixed up with the water pump failing, because that does sound like a groaning noise as well. The bearing was going on that as well. But do your normal checks, as like any car. Your service history. Have a good walk around underneath. It's not the best. It's got a little bit of corrosion on this, but it's still stable. It's not going to fall apart on me just yet. Touch wood. Not that I've got anything near me. Check your things as well. I'm going to go around with the suspension. I've had the issues with that as well. So headlights, I've had that head indicator out and a headlight from there, from Halfords, about £5. About not the easiest to put in, because you have to take that out. It's a little bit of fiddling about. It's not the best. It is better than a 3 Series, which I have heard you need to take the entire front bumper off, so you've got that on as one. Tyres, you're generally looking from a reputable company about 80 to 150 per tyre, depending on premium. I've got Falcons here, so they're mid to high tier brand. These are the summer tyres, so make sure you're putting the correct ones on. Brakes, I've got EBC drilled ones, and yellow pad stuff as well. Tyres though, I've had to replace that recently. I got quoted 175 for one of the rears, so it does pay to shop around to see if you can get one from eBay from a genuine seller, not second hand or part worn ones, obviously, because you don't know the history. Fuel tank, we'll go into that. Full tank of diesel V-Power, currently in the UK, roughly about £1.65 a litre. It costs roughly about, from a quarter of a tank or the fuel engine, the fuel light on, roughly about 65 quid. So it takes about 40 litres of diesel, and it can get you a lovely range of about 550 to about 600, depending on how you drive it. If you drive it like a bat out of hell, it will just drink it. Going through town, it will drink it. Dual carriageway and motorway, sitting at 60, between 60 and 70, you're cruising. Absolutely fine. It can handle it all blooming day. Not a problem in the world. Now, admittedly, it might be slightly worse for me because it's stage 2 in town, but it isn't the best. You do have auto start stop on this as well, but I have coded that out because I can't stand it with getting a new starter motor. Now, apart from that, I think that's it with the things. Also, suspension on this as well. Coil springs and shocks. I've had a 2 rear shocks on that recently. It does look a bit lower, but it's on the M Sport suspension, obviously, and it's slightly on a hill. And a coil spring on there as well. Parts and labour, 545 quid. It is expensive. It's more to run than that Peugeot, but you are paying for, well, it's not here, but you are paying for that brand there. It's not going to be the most expensive thing to run, but make sure you've still got some money in the bank in case something does go wrong. Timing chains, I think they're still slightly overdone. It's like the RX-8s has to get rebuilt every 60,000 miles. It's common. But if you've got a good one and you do look after the car, it will look after you, like any car, really. So there's plenty of owners, such as my sister, who's got a 118D, who's recently got rid of it. Not an M Sport, but it's normal Bogo standard. Bought it with a fuel oil light leak and DPF clogged on it as well, which this hasn't ever caused me an issue. And she said, no, I'm not spending any money on it. So hey ho, you get what you get anyway. I'll go into the interior now, and we'll walk through that, such as the boot and what it's like inside. As you can see here, you've got front and rear fog lights as well, which are lovely. I sort of like the look of the fronts as well, as they're incorporated into the front bumper. Looks really nice and mean. Then the rear is obviously perfect. Steering wheel, you've got more of a sporty feel to it. You've got a nice little cuppy holder there. I keep loose change in there, but you can fit a phone in there. But nothing probably bigger than an iPhone 13, especially not a Pro, otherwise you're going to have to put it on the slant, which can make it fall out. Door bins are pretty much nil. You can't even get a Coke can in there, let alone my entire hand or in my entire fist for that matter. So you're only going to generally be keeping pens in there and pens, really. That's it, really. Windows, self-explanatory. They go wrong as well. I've had to do both sides now, actually. Both regulators in there. The left one's currently got that problem. It won't go up or down, it's just stuck there. This one also lets you get caught as well. Now that we're sat in this bucket of magnificence, I can show you through the entire car. Now, most of them won't have an iDrive system. If so, you have your nice little toggle there and the screen sort of roughly there. But we don't have that today. Instead, we have the lovely BMW Business CD with a nice little storage bin here for general small documents as well. Glove box is a nice size as well. You can keep your nice little sherbet lemons, a pen, and a sort of window cleaner there. You have got AC as these as well. Parking sensors on the rear, I believe, are standard. Fronts are optional from factory, so double check, but you also can always after market fit them. Auto start off is always off for me no matter what I press. You've got climate control in here, AC as well. The audio on this isn't bad. What lets it down is the bass. It's not very a bassy system, but it's good enough for your normal radio. And also it doesn't have Bluetooth, so I've had to get a nice little adapter here. So it links to the radio, it makes its own sort of frequency. You could probably get a can of Coke there and there as well. Not necessarily enough room for a bottle, otherwise it's going to be in your way as well. Storage bin here as well, very small. It does lift up, but then it makes it really creaking noise, which isn't the best, especially for a 15-year-old car. But saying that, it's not too bad, apart from there anyway. You've got cruise control as well, which works perfectly. There's no symbol to let you know you're on cruise control either, but hey ho, it cancels automatically. You've got your auto wipers there, which are beautiful. I will show you what the reversing does, because you have got, I think most of these, this little switch. I think most things do come on the M Sports. When it's pointed towards you, it will not reverse that camera down. So what we'll do is we shall start this up. Yes, I know, that's the auto start stop thing. So it's normal positioning at the moment. If I put it in reverse, it should tilt down. Shut up. So it's pointing towards, so I got it wrong. So if it's pointing away from you towards your right hand side and you put in reverse, it will tilt down, so you can see your rear wheel arch. So that's good when you're reverse. I'll turn off the beepers. Reversing into sort of like a parallel parking or anything like that, which is really handy. But if you're reversing sort of like what I have to at my driveway for about nearly 50 to 100 yards, you can always flick it towards the left, towards the actual you want. Getting in reverse can be a bit tricky on here as well. And it will just say it like that, which is beautiful. Oh, God's sake. As soon as I take it out of reverse, and it beeps. Anyway, leather seats. Fairly comfortable as well, actually. They are starting to show a little bit of wear now. It's a 15-year-old car. Space is good. It feels more spacious than you'd think. Your knee does rest against that handle a bit, but obviously you can adjust your seat whenever. Adjust your steering wheel like with that toggle as well. You don't have a temperature gauge on this as well, so be careful. It will tell you if your engine is overheating. But as I said though, it's fairly economical. Last big trip was 56.5, so that is a mixture between dual carriageway, single carriageway, and 30-mile-an-hour zones in the village at like 6 o'clock in the morning and coming back at sort of like 2 o'clock in the afternoon for commuting. As I said, window regulators are naff on this. You do have ISOFIX, I shall show you that as well. It's only a 4-seater in here. Got a nice little storage bit there, but bit naff. This does fold all the way down, as well as that singular seat at the back. The headrests also fold down, so you get a nice clear view looking out the rear window. So if you want a bit more of an extra view, you can fold them down, which makes it absolutely perfect, I think. You do have slight electrical components though on this seat. You do have, that's window catching, this little switch here, which does affect these little braces here. So if you are wanting to be a bit more tucked in, going around sharp corners, not that anyone's going to go around corners anytime soon going fast, you can loosen it or tighten it, help you keeping that little sweet spot in your seat, a bit like a bucket seat really, keep you in position. Now the boot is pretty big. I've got all I need. I've got my code reader there, my work high vis, my work boots, puncture repair kit with a nice little spandy bit that holds it all back. You've got nice access to the rear lights as well, which is perfect. Not that I've had to change anything with it. Nice little outlet here to charge bits and bobs in the boot really. Under here, I will show in a sec, you do have the battery. So you have got terminals in the front where you should be jump starting it. I've had too many people jump start it from the boot, which does, on these Beamers, they are notorious for complex electronics, and you can fry Beamers, any Beamer, really easily. And there you go, big old battery. That has never gone wrong. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I haven't gone into too much depth or detail regarding, I don't think, well, I'm not being too biased to myself really. I'll be honest, parts are expensive. Water pump and thermostat, BMW wanted direct, obviously 600 odd quid, but you get an OEM Fibby Bilstein, which make them anyway, you're looking at roughly about 210. Fitting maybe a labour at a good garage, maybe 50 quid. It's about half an hour's work if you can do it by yourself anyway. But yeah, parts really are the only thing. You do need a lot of maintenance for these cars. They are getting old. They ran between 2007 and 2013. They are getting rarer. But saying that, it's reliable, it's long lasting, it does everything you need to, and it is very nippy. It is very nippy going around corners. Top speed ain't its strong suit. I think it's about 130, 140 that its top speed is as stock. 0 to 60 about maybe 6.5 to 8 seconds, depending on what it is really and how much lunch you've had to eat. Road tax, so this one's 35 quid, but if you look for the 120Ds, as I know, they're nearly about, maybe about 200 quid, nearly 20 quid a month as well, so nearly 12 times the amount to run as well, and they're a little bit less economical as well, but obviously this is stage 2, so this is, instead of 140 as a brake as standard, this is running 250 should I say. So yeah, bit of a bigger leap really, but reliable and well lasting and fuel efficient. So if you're looking for a bit of a more nifty, unusual car, a bit of a sporty one as well, get a BMW 118D. That's all I've got to say. Out of 10, give it an 8 or a 9, but obviously these are going to be second hand. Make sure, and this is a top tip, make sure it's got good service history, and make sure you've got a couple grand in the bank just in case it does go wrong. But if you do find a really good one, be patient with it, and I mean a good one that has been looked after, you've got a gem, and it will be really happy for you. You can leave it for 6 weeks like I've done, start up, and it's just like that. Not a whim in the world, like, come on, let's go, I want to get out there. and do a little bit of harsh cornering, maybe a tad of drifting, but I'm not saying that you should do that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care. Any questions, please give me a shout. I'm not planning on getting rid of this car at all anytime soon. I've loved it. And if you've got any questions or any memories or anything like that for me, give me a shout. I'm sure I should know some answers. I should hope so. I've owned it for about 5 years. Anyway, take care. I might do a video on what I've done to the actual car, but cheerio. See you later.